Morning everybody. I'm down here at the Southport Yacht Club on the Gold Coast, Queensland, Australia. And I thought I'd just go for a stroll and show you guys something a bit different on the Pin Seeker Guy channel. The original idea of the channel was set it up for golf and travel. I haven't been doing a lot of travel lately, but to be honest with you, living on the Gold Coast and living where I do, it's almost like you're on holiday during the day anyway. So I thought I'd show you a couple of these monster yachts we have in the marina at the moment. So this one here is Australia, pretty impressive looking beast, and this is owned by Clive Palmer. So all Australians will know Clive Palmer. He's a local Queensland man who's made a billionaire through mining and various other business ventures. He's also a politician, or claims to be, runs a political party, and is a staunch advocate against some of the policies that the current government have in place, that's for sure. Anyway, this is his little boat. This, I believe, cost about 40 million. Very impressive, as you can see. He actually lives not too far from here, in a place called Sovereign Island, one of his houses. I don't know how many houses and boats he actually has. I believe he bought his daughter a fairly sizable catamaran when she turned 13 or 14 or 15 or something like that in her teenage years. But yeah, not a bad little run around, I must say. So that's Australia. And then the other day, some of you might recognize this. This is the beginning of a boat. Quite a strange looking boat, really. It's got the old blinds in the windows there that come down all the way, and it looks very clinical and minimalistic. As you go along, you'll see that it's not the typical shape. I mean, it looks like a ship, right? It's just long, pointed, with a sort of a square bit on top, another square bit on top. It's a very, very vanilla looking boat. As I'm talking, I'll show you some pictures of what this boat looks like inside. Not that I've been inside, but I'll actually get some pictures and I'll put them on the video as I'm talking, so you'll see what's inside. So here's the door. And there is the back of the boat. So that's where it says Venus Georgetown. The whole back of that boat actually opens up. You'll see it in one of the pictures. You can just see the lines there. It opens up, folds down, and then it goes into the inside the boat, where they all sit and do whatever they're doing. On the other side of the boat, on the port side, is an outlet where all the tenders and the speedboats, jet skis, etc. are housed. So the cost of this boat was a small 120 million. Now, when you look at it, you go, how the heck was it 120 million when you compare it to that one over there? And it sort of almost doesn't look like it should be. But for those who don't know, this yacht belongs to the former Apple founder Steve Jobs, who's no longer with us, and this is his wife's boat now. I believe the story is that this boat was commissioned while Steve was still alive. He then passed away knowing that the boat probably wouldn't be finished, and he asked the guys to keep going with it. So this is the result. And as you can see, I mean, although it does look very vanilla and minimalistic, I can assure you that inside, and some of the pictures I've seen, it does look pretty spectacular. Some people have likened it to an Apple product, right? They said it's a bit like a laptop or a smartphone. Apparently at the top in the bridge there, all the cameras, all the screens and technology, etc., is all Apple screens. I have seen a picture of that. You can't really see it up close. There's the anchor. That's a pretty large piece of metal there, that's for sure. But yeah, so obviously designed with his sort of, I guess, Apple-esque type devices in mind. Here's the front of the boat. As you can see, if I can get past the pole here. Yeah, very interesting design. From what I can tell is Steve's wife is currently sailing around Australia, which is, don't quote me on that, but I read that in the local paper. So she's obviously decided to come and visit and have a little jaunt around the place. As I say, what a spectacular way to do it. Very, very impressive piece of machinery. I'm sure inside, obviously not everything is much on display as you would have on Clive Palmer's boat, but sort of parked side by side. Just goes to show how the other half live, right? So if there's any budding app developers or technology, young kids out there, keep going. You never know, you might be living in one of these one day. So for those who don't know, this is just a little bit of the Gold Coast. So the buildings over there is in a place called Southport, and the water that you can see in front of us is part of the Broadwater Channel. So further down that way, the sea comes in through a gap called the Seaway, funny enough, and then it filters through and you get the whole canal system on the Gold Coast. So this is a beautiful part of the coast called Main Beach, full of apartment blocks, not so much high rises. Further down you have Surfers Paradise, but it really is a amazing spot where a lot of people, as you can see, live. It's right by the beach. The beach is literally just over the other side of those trees over there, and yeah, a lot of people make this home for very obvious reasons. As for me, I'm just going to jump back on my line bike and head back to my humble abode. Anyway, thanks for tuning in, guys. Have a great day. Catch you in the next one.